He's CEO of the SEMO Regional Economic Development Incorporated, or SEMO Ready. Shad Berner joining me on the live line. We need more technical training in Cape. Hi, Shad.
Hi, good morning.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm okay. Saw you in church the other day.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good for both of us.
I know, right? Yay!
Yeah.
We're going to heaven. All right, so what do you mean tech training?
Yeah, I think there's a variety of jobs out there that help build and maintain our community. HVAC jobs, electricians, construction trades. And it's just really hard to find folks for those professions. And so we have a group of businesses in this community who've been trying to figure out a long time how they can get more folks into those professions. And one thing we've identified is that there's a bit of a gap in our training programs right here in the Cape Girardeau, Jackson area. And we think if we had some more of that training, that maybe it would help drive some people into that profession who may otherwise not go after higher education or not go into that skilled trades. And so we think it's a really important piece of the puzzle.
It is. And I've been saying this for 20 years because you try to find somebody who can come overnight, and unless you know a guy, because everybody knows a guy, you're kind of screwed if you have an emergency overnight and you have babies in the house or whatever the case may be. We're not talking about storms, folks. I'm not talking about that. During a storm, it's hard to find anybody. Yeah, we know. But on the regular, we need people to do these things. It's like, what if they didn't have blacksmiths back in the day? What would they have done? You have to have people who are willing to do this kind of labor.
That's right. You're exactly right.
Mm-hmm. So what are we going to do about it, Shad?
Well, hopefully, I mean, we have some businesses that are very serious about solving this challenge for their businesses and for the community. And so I think what the report showed is that expansion of community college would probably be the best route forward on this. We have Mineral Area College, which is, an hour and 15-minute drive from Cape, and we have Three Rivers, which is an hour and 15-minute drive from Cape, and that's just too far.
Yep.
And so if we had Mineral Area expanding with some technical training in our community that fills that gap, right? We have the Career and Technology Center. They're great. They do great stuff. But if you want that associate's degree, it's not there. If you want a bachelor's degree, we have a ton of ways to go get a bachelor's degree. SEMO's awesome, but there's this gap in the middle that we really need to try to figure out how to fill. And that's the path we're taking right now.
I hope that people are hearing you because, I know probably 3 guys who do HVAC. I know people who are plumbers. It's even hard to find a handyman nowadays because they're so busy. They're one-man bands, and they can't find anybody trained to work with them. They want to even take on apprentices to just show them how to work and to help them because they can't get it all done.
Yep, that's right. Another field that we looked at in the study is auto mechanics. Mm-hmm. You get your car worked on, and it's just that's a more and more skilled job all the time with technology coming in, and it's hard to find those. We looked at some of the openings, and in early 2025, there were 50 positions open around this area in that field. And so there's just a ton of potential for these types of roles that are less likely to get automated out than some of the other roles that we're looking at. So I just think there's a lot of potential here.
Right, I agree. So plus, if somebody's working on my baby, my car, they better be certified because you ain't touching the cowboy mobile unless you know what you're doing. All right, so, this is all well and good, but we got to build something. And if we build it, they will come.
Well, that's the hope, right? So we're getting folks together now. We're having some conversations trying to figure out how can we get some private dollars into this type of project, and how can we use that to leverage state or federal grant dollars or other type of money to bring this training to our community. It's a heavy lift, and we're not going to be able to rely on the educational institutions alone to just come in, make the investment by themselves. We're going to have to help solve that problem and pay the way and put some skin in the game. And so we're working on that now.
Yeah, it's better that it's private sector anyway, because if we depend on the government or that sort of thing, then our taxes go up, and then you make everybody mad. So a listener just pointed out something good, and we've got 2 minutes left, but he's got a point. A lot of the kids who aren't going to technical school either don't have a car to drive that hour and whatever minutes away, but they can't afford to go to college or whatever. So if you do bring something like this, it's going to have to be extremely affordable.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons we look at community college as the mechanism to get there, and it's because of the A-plus program. When you tap into those A-plus dollars, tuition is free, and that makes the pathway a lot more accessible to folks out there. And so that's certainly something we're taking into consideration. This has to be affordable training that kids in our community graduating out of high school have a path, and they feel like it's attainable to them.
Right. And the military is not the answer for everyone, but thank you for sending that to me. I get the military trains you for stuff, but not everybody wants to go in the military. I highly recommend it, but that's not the answer for everyone. But now we have to figure out how to get the firecracker under their pillow to get them out of their beds so they stop being so dang lazy and get them to go to the technical college. But this is a great idea. So what stage are we in right now? I have 1 minute.
Well, we're still in the early stage, right? So this has been debated and discussed as a community for a long time. I will say I'm optimistic that we have more businesses around the table than we've ever had.
Good.
And it's basically all the folks who build and maintain our community. They're around the table saying, we're ready to work with you to help get this done. And so there's alignment and there's momentum, and I think there's a lot of potential.
Yeah, and you need someone to help you with curriculum, so there's that. So where do people go to learn more on this?
Yeah, they can go to our website, which is SEMOready.com. We did a report on it that we had commissioned recently, so that's there on the site. It's the top news item right now, so right when you land at SEMOready.com, you can click around and learn about it or reach out to us.
Well, and the data for the last 4 years shows it's getting harder and harder to find people to do these kind of jobs. So it gets much harder. One guy's going to have a monopoly, and he can charge you whatever he wants. So we need to do something. We need to do it now. Shad Bruner, CEO, SEMO Ready. Please go to their website and look at this and see if you want to be part of it. Thank you, Shad.
Thank you, Pam. Appreciate it.
Bye.